What is this? What is this? Did he send me a snake? Inside these two incredibly large boxes is thousands of dollars worth of fish that I just picked up from my local airport. We have a problem though. I'm getting a bit of a fishy, funky smell off of them, which means maybe something happened in shipment. Maybe we might not be opening a box of live fish. Another thing that we have to consider and address, ooh, the bottom of this one's wet. Check it out. The corner's soaked and soggy. That could be a bag broken, or it could be perhaps it got put in water or something like that, although it's not raining. I only know what some of these fish are though, and you're probably wondering, how did you order all these fish, but you don't even know what's in the boxes? So long story short, I went to Iconic Aquatics in St. Catharines, Ontario, a little while ago, you guys know. Okay, there's water in this bag. Oh no, water in the bottom of this bag. I was there to pick up 30 incredibly high-end discus, and while there, I did a store tour and I showed interest in a bunch of different fish. So while we have our 30 discus now for the 375 gallons, there's also other fish in here. And I don't know what they are, but I showed interest in them. Let me know what you think they are. There's a little water in the bag, or in the box, which is concerning. Are you kidding me? What is this? Oh no. Yeah, check it out. Water in the box, which is fine. I'm just gonna quickly look around. I think one of the bags might have sprung a leak, which is normal. The box is tightly packed. I think that one of them, I don't see which one, might have, well, when you're shipping discus or a lot of fish, especially cichlids, their dorsal fins have spines on them and they can easily pierce a bag. I think that they just got water in the bag though. This isn't that bad. What is this? What is this? He sent me a snake? Oh, are you kidding me? Guys, he sent me a python eel. A Borneo python eel. Oh my Lord, and he's massive. Like huge. Look at the size of him. Oh my. Well, Dan, thanks, bro. That's cool. What is this? No way. He sent me 2 python eels. Are you kidding me? These guys can grow up to 3 feet. Do you know where they're going? In the 2,000-gallon tank. I think what Dan did is, like, when I was there, I was looking at his fish. I was like, man, this would be cool in this tank and that tank and this tank. But I see some really small fish in here, and I don't know what they are. No way, he didn't. Okay, so we're already unboxing the mystery fish that I didn't know what was gonna be. I didn't know they were gonna be in here. African glass cats. For the 700. You guys wanted glass catfish in there, and we got them. Absolutely beautiful. We'll take a closer look here in a second, but we got to move on to these discus. Oh yeah. Look at these guys. Look at that. Are you kidding me? You guys know that I've been keeping, or I used to keep discus. I kept them for like a decade. If you look up on my channel anything about discus or anything on YouTube about discus, I have some of, if not the most viewed discus videos of all time, from how to keep them, how to breed them, how to set up their tanks, how to do everything. Discus at one point was a massive part of my hobby. Eventually, I was getting into breeding them. Oh, another gorgeous one. This is ridiculous. I got into breeding and selling, and the selling part ruined it for me. I haven't found the leaking bag yet. Oh, I don't know what these are, eruptions and stuff. I've dabbled with getting back into it over time, but I found that it was incredibly difficult for me to find anything of any quality. And when I'd bring them in, and we've bought 30 discus before, I ended up just giving them away because they were, simply put, they were incredibly low quality. You guys are going to want to look at all of these here in a second, and we're going to. My biggest concern right now is just getting them out of the boxes, or at least this box, letting them start to temperature acclimate before we begin to add them to tanks. Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I'm looking to see if there's any that are, you know, DOA, done on arrival. So over the years, I've struggled to find any discus of good quality. The market has just gone away from quality and striving towards quantity, bottom dollar type stuff. And the quality of discus, in my opinion, has dropped dramatically. And that's why I had to go to Dan. So I don't know why there's water in that box, but none of these bags are like leaking. I think maybe the bags might have been wet and they're putting them in and getting ready. Their hands were wet, etc., and it just accumulated in there. This is a lot of bags of fish. I don't know if I have enough room on my little desk here. This is crazy. It looks to be 18 of those glass catfish. The glass cats are going to be, and because of the African black cats or glass cats, they have like black stripes going down the sides of them, which just looks entirely incredible. And that kind of goes with the theme of the 700 being fully planted with those black line tetras, the Altum angels, the Siamese algae eaters. Don't they all kind of have like those stripes to them? And they're all kind of similar in color. Very cool. Kind of goes with the theme. It was not what I wanted, or it just kind of happened that way. And incredibly enjoyable. However, I also have some pearl gourami in there. I've got 5 of them, and they don't match the theme at all. I just like them, already had them. I'm probably going to grab another, what do you say, 15? 10 to 15? Yeah. I'm not going to pick this box up again. Too heavy. And I think that smell that I was smelling is just the accumulated water. Yeah, we'll take a closer look at everybody here in a second. And then I've got to figure out where we're going to... Oh, my Lord. It's packed full. Look, this one's got water in the bottom as well. See it there? But none of the bags are deflated. They're missing a little bit of air, but that's... Let's see if these guys are alive. So we've got... So how many discus? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 discus. They're located in Ontario too. And so centrally located in Canada. These are so good. So it only took, the flight was only 3 hours. That's super cool. I don't even know these strains. They don't call them what they used to. There's so many different names from them these days. I could try to guess, and I'd be close, and I bet you they came from that strain somehow, but I don't know anymore. Lots of colorful ones. Everything from red, orange, white, yellow, blue. But right now, they're all white. They're just stressed out. They're like, put us in the tank. I'm going to have to do plop and drop. Ooh, what are you? got a Snow White of some sort. We're going to come in and look here, like I said, here in a second, but I can't believe he sent me the eels. That is insane. One's flopping around now, so we got to be quick. Okay, I'm running out of space. Literally, I've never had this many bags of fish come in at once. Oh, man. If you don't remember, when the thing with Dan is like, he said he can get in like some really high-end stuff and discus, and he was kind of like, what do you want? I was like, honestly, I don't know what's out there anymore. Why don't you surprise me? Let's see how good your taste is. And right now, I'm absolutely blown away. This is my biggest, probably bags of fish order. Now we need to have a closer look. You guys know that I heat the gallery and not the aquarium. So as we're looking at these guys, we're technically temperature acclimating to the environment here. Okay, the number one thing I want to show you, I have to show you. If you didn't watch the video where I toured Dan's facility, you have to. This is the Borneo python eel. Take a very good look at this. This is not your typical tire track or fire eel. Can you guess why it's called the python eel? Isn't it the same patterning on its body as the python? And look at its white belly. Absolutely fascinating. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. And one of the interesting things about Dan is, I was like, can I see your fish list, or can you show me what can you really get in? He's like, I don't really do lists. I tell my guy what I want, and then he goes to the jungle for a week and finds it. I need friends like that. And then the glass cats, which are just going to look like your basic glass cats right now, which are, are see-through, but when they settle in, they get that black line going through them, which is super, super cool. A little more flair to them, a little more interesting. Still getting to about 6 inches or so. It's a true shoaling fish, not necessarily schooling, but they do love being around each other. 18 of them in the 700-gallon aquarium. I think you guys would agree with me, is absolutely insane. 2 of these I don't know about you guys, and I feel really bad, really guilty about this. I love the discus, but I love the surprise fish more. I'm really excited about those python eels. In the past, it's for the 2000s, in the past I was gonna get eels of some sort. Now I have an electric eel, which isn't a real eel, but these guys are real. Anyways, I'd love to tell you what all these discus are. And I think once we add them to the tank, I'll get the full list, kind of be able to point them out. I really love, so we're gonna be looking at a lot of washed out discus right now. I think ultimately it's not even fair to justify looking at them in their medicated water. I think that what we should do instead is add them to the aquariums, let them settle, let them figure things out on their own. But right now, what I will do is, if you're not following Dan on Instagram, that's where he's most active, but he also has his website, Facebook, and I'm going to leave all his links in the description below. If you're in Canada, you want to pick something up from him. No, this is my plug. I don't want you to buy from him. Don't buy from him. I want to buy. I want everything. He's got a lot of cool stuff. I think that when you guys see me using a lot of stores, it's incredibly important to have a tremendous amount of options at your repertoire to continuously kind of source different options. I've got fish from America, mostly Canada, but I'm trying to give you guys options, because a lot of people are like, hey, where do you get fish? Where should I get this? I'm located here. I'm located there. I'm doing my best, guys, but I think that I'm going to be dealing with Dan for quite some time for a lot of the higher end, exotic, hard to find stuff. And if he's doing this Here's a few extra little goodies. We talked about, and he was loving the idea of a mystery box once a month or something like that. Let me know in the comment section below if you want us to do that. We've already discussed it, and I said we have to be responsible though, and you got to look at my aquariums and see what we could add to them, plus a lot of tanks that are coming, etc. I'm going to tell him some behind the scenes stuff so that he could come up with some really fun and creative ideas. And yeah, that's cool. So now the 375 gallon aquarium, which of course has been kind of re-aquascaped, kind of changed around, and we're going to take a look at it here in a little while. I'm trying to pump CO2 to it. The plants aren't doing as well as I wanted them to, but we'll get there. We will get there. We'll be adding 30 absolutely stunning and gorgeous discus to this aquarium. And then, alas, do we need Corridora? Do we need Tetras? Do we need Danios? What else should we add to it? But I think first and foremost, we should see what the discus look like in it. I'm going to temperature acclimate them. I'm then going to talk to Dan, see what his quarantine stuff and what he's done with these fish over the past few months or however long he had them. And that will decide whether they go into quarantine or perhaps I can add them straight to the aquarium. But that's what we'll find out in the next video when I add all of these fish to their tanks. And if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And I just want to remind everybody that, yeah, I've got 30 incredibly awesome discus, but I already seen them in person. But now I have 2 python eels. That is awesome. Oh yeah. What do they eat? Probably anything. I'm going to quarantine them though. Hopefully they do well. This guy's floating around on his back. Probably uncomfortable. Okay. That's it, guys. I gotta get Tamara to help me film the rest. This is way too many bags of fish. But super cool. Shout out to Dan. I kind of started to now I get why he calls himself Iconic Aquatics, because isn't this shipment iconic? All right. See you in the next video, guys.